The next thing I'll do is I'll take out the extended line and I will try to find any type of trend channels, no matter how far away they are from the market. I'm also trying to look at if any patterns have played out. Hi traders, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you my technique of how I like to do technical analysis each day. Now, even if you're a day trader that's trading a 5-minute or a 15-minute chart, it does not mean that you have to ignore the higher time frames. What we can actually become is multi-time frame analysis traders, and so when we are looking at our higher time frames, we're just simply trying to find a bias as to which way the market really wants to go, and developing some sort of sentiment in our own minds that we can use and take into our more refined and defined trading plan when we go into the smaller time frames. With that being said, the first thing that I do is I look at the daily chart. And with the daily chart, I'm looking only at the previous day's candlestick formation. I'll take a look somewhat at the previous trends and where the all-time high is for the market, etc. But I'm not really taking too much from those specific points, but taking most of my focus at the previous day's candlestick formation. Now with this one, anybody that understands candlestick formations will see that this is a spinning top, and a spinning top signals to us that the market is quite confused as to which way it wants to go. The bulls are not in control, the bears are not in control for that specific day. When we see a spinning top at the end of a move, either an up move or a down move, it could be a signal that a reversal is approaching. So if we look at this, we see that we have had some sort of downtrend, then we formed our spinning top, and we're actually trading inside of this zone of our spinning top. This is already telling me that I'm forming actually a bullish bias towards this market. Again, we need to keep in mind, we're not trying to form a belief system or beliefs onto whether the market is going to go up or down for the day. We're just trying to look at it objectively and get the best probabilities possible out of doing our analysis. The next thing that I'll do is I'll actually take a Fibonacci retracement, and I'll zoom right in, and then I'm going to draw my Fibonacci from the low of that previous candle right to the high of it. And I'm going to be taking note now of the Fibonacci levels, and what's really good, I'm using TradingView, but most trading software would work this way too, is once I grind down into the lower time frames, these Fibonacci levels are still going to remain there and I can watch them. So once I finished on the daily chart, I go down right to the hourly chart, and this is really where most of the analysis is actually going to happen. The hourly chart I use for support and resistance bands, and I will pick a specific color, and I will try to pick out the support and resistance zones using a rectangle. I don't like to use lines because I try to give myself a little bit of room, especially in today's markets with the volatility, we've got to give ourselves some room to move. And once I'm happy with that, I just picked off the support and resistance zones. I don't see really any others that are sticking out to me other than up here. But that is way out of trading zone and trading ranges for us right now. The next thing I'll do is I'll take out the extended line and I will try to find any type of trend channels, no matter how far away they are from the market. I'm also trying to look at if any patterns have played out. So the first thing I can actually see on this hourly is that we formed a double bottom here. Double bottom works like this. You basically have to mark off the two lows that you made till the high of that move. This is what we call, this line here is called the neckline. Once price has failed to break through the low, which I'm moving over here, we form our double bottom and we just measure out 2 points at the low to the neckline. We copy and paste our triangle and set that above that as our target. Usually that's the minimum target if it is a major reversal. Most of the time you can just go for 75% of that move, it doesn't really matter, but we can see now that this is telling me that the double bottom has actually played out, and now we're reversing on top of that. Let me see if we can find, there's been quite a steep downtrend here, but I'm going to see if I can find some sort of trend channel. I use a parallel channel for picking channels here. It's been a very, very steep move. I'd say that's probably our best bet at a channel. It's actually quite a nice channel. Let me just change the color so we can see it a little bit better. I'll make it blue. So right now, looking at this hourly chart, what are the few things that we notice? Okay, the biggest one that I notice is that we're in this very strong band of support. Okay, we've kind of sitting in there right now. And remember, even if I'm trading the lower time frames, I'm trying to find a bias here when I'm looking at these candlesticks and the zones that we're moving into. At this point, if I go down into my 5-minute chart and my 5-minute trading plan and my strategy is telling me that this is a long entry, or this is, for example, if this is a long entry, I could give that extra confirmation because I know that we're in a support zone. But if I go down to my 5-minute chart and it's telling me to take a short signal, I may want to readjust or relook at that, because that means then, you know, we're in this point of support. I know that we're going to probably have higher than normal buy pressure around this area, so I may want to actually avoid taking that short position. That's why doing multi-time frame analysis can be so beneficial for us. And then what I'll do is I'll go down to the 15-minute chart. With the 15-minute chart, I'm not going to zoom out as much as I do with the hourly chart. Okay, the hourly chart is used more at finding larger support and resistance zones. But now what I'll do with my 15-minute chart is I will do the same. However, I'm looking for smaller points. And then I actually change my color so that I know what the difference is between the hourly support and resistance bands and then the 15-minute support and resistance bands. And I just simply do the exact same thing I did before with the hourly chart, and I'm just pointing and picking out small specific points where I could potentially see the market find some support or resistance. Once I've done this, I've got my technicals in place. I'm happy with what I've got. I see that at this point right now, for example, we are in this pink zone, which is telling me we're in a support area or a resistance area for the hourly chart. I see that we also are pretty close to the Fibonacci level. Let me zoom back out to the hourly. Yes, in fact, we're actually right on the 50% level for the Fibonacci level. Now, taking this information going forward, it's very important that you're not going to allow this to dictate your trades going forward, but you're forming an objective opinion on what the market is doing and what the chart's actually telling you. Right off the bat, all the analysis I've done is this is giving me a much more bullish bias, even though we're in a down channel on the hourly, because we're at the 50% level on the daily chart for the Fibonacci, and because we're in this big support zone. It's telling me that we're most likely going to have quite a bit of buying pressure here. Once I go down to my 5-minute chart and I have my trading signals, and this is where I take my actual trades from, if I see any short opportunities at this point, I'm probably going to skip them and just look for long opportunities. So this is just one way that you can use the technicals and multi-time frame analysis to improve your trading and your probabilities going forward. This is just one example of the many strategies you can use at OneUp Trader. In fact, there are no restrictions on how you can trade with us. If you have what it takes, then you can be fully funded within 15 days after signing up. Look through the various testimonials, trading interviews, and funded trader withdrawals on our YouTube channel. You can find everything you need on our FAQ section, and you can speak to our support team, which is available 24/7. Track your trading performance using our advanced account analytics feature. Discuss trading ideas with other traders on the members area and Discord trading room too. Don't risk your own capital in the markets. Rather, prove your trading ability with OneUp Trader and enjoy a risk-free funded trading account. Click the link below or go to oneuptrader.com to find out more.